Have you ever wondered if you are emotionally mature? It's about more than just handling stress well. It's about how we handle our relationship with ourselves and our feelings and our emotions, and also how we're in relationship with other people. In this video, we're going to unpack this and more. Hi, I'm Alex Howard, and I'm the creator of Therapeutic Coaching and founder of the award-winning Optimum Health Clinic. And I'm here to help you discover strategies to enhance your mental well-being, reset your nervous system, and heal your trauma. And in this video, we're going to be exploring what does it mean to be emotionally mature? What are some of the key signs? And what are some of the key steps to cultivating and developing more emotional maturity? So firstly, what does it mean to be emotionally mature? What it means to be emotionally mature is to have a healthy relationship with our feelings and emotions, and to be able to communicate and express them in a healthy way with other people. Being emotionally mature doesn't mean we don't have feelings and emotions. It doesn't mean that we're walking around our life like a robot that never feels anything. That would be being emotionally numb and defensive and shut down. Emotional maturity means that we have a whole world of feelings and emotions, but we're not acting them out. We're not throwing them at other people. We're not also though repressing them and shutting them down. We can feel them, and as we feel them, we digest them, and then we're able to move through them. What it means to feel a feeling is literally to let ourselves be in contact with it, not to overly try to control it, but to be able to have the capacity to hold that feeling. A little bit like, imagine having a child that's distressed and a very calm, reassuring parent that's able to hold the child's hand, to give them a hug if that's what's needed, to give them the emotional support to let themselves be where they are. Now, of course, when parents do that, children's feelings move, and then they move on from the feeling, and then they go on to feel something else. So what that means in being emotionally mature is that we feel safe, we feel well-resourced, and we feel really welcoming of our feelings and our emotions. When we communicate with other people about how we feel, we're not throwing it at them. We're not making it their fault that we feel that way. We're not using the emotions as a victim or trying to emotionally manipulate the other person. There's just an honesty and an openness about our feelings being there. When we're around someone that's emotionally mature and they're communicating how they feel, we often feel more connected to that person because there's an honesty, there's an authenticity about it. But we don't feel that those emotions are being used to try to coerce or manipulate us in some way. So what helps us to become more emotionally mature? Well, ultimately, it means that we've learned how to feel our feelings, how to hold our feelings, and how to heal the impacts of the past. One of the ways I think about it is that it's almost like we're walking through our life with a big black sack of all of the feelings and the emotions that we haven't processed. And like it's a burden, like it weighs us down. And then something happens that triggers us, the top of the sack opens and all of that stuff comes flooding out. When we do our healing work, that bag gets smaller, that black sack gets smaller, and there's less and less stuff in there to be triggered and activated. This is why learning to heal the past is important. Learning to feel our emotions is important. We can't think our way, we can't rationalize our way, we can't reframe our way to emotional healing. Healing the past in our mind is not the same as healing the past in our body. In fact, to learn more about how trauma is stored in the body, do check out on screen a previous video that I created to unpack how that process works. So to cultivate emotional maturity, we have to heal the past. We have to learn to communicate and articulate our feelings and emotions. And we have to take the time to commit to that healing work. In my humble opinion, as a therapist of over 20 years, the vast majority of people are really emotionally quite immature because they're still responding in the same emotional ways that they were taught in childhood. If we want to cultivate maturity, we have to learn the mature way to manage things emotionally, which is to feel, to heal, and then to clear the past. And then we can respond in an open-hearted, wholehearted way in our lives now. To learn more about emotional maturity, do check out my most recent book, It's Not Your Fault: How Childhood Trauma Shapes You and How to Break Free, where I really break down how childhood trauma sets up the ways we relate to ourselves and other people emotionally in our lives as adults. Also, to be notified as more videos in this series are released here on my YouTube channel, do click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, and then YouTube will let you know I put out roughly a new video every week. Hope that's been helpful, and thank you for watching.